Well, a very good morning to you. It's December the 22nd, just after 5:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Rachel Schoutsen here with you, and here's a look at our developing stories. The calm before the storm. Yeah, perfect timing into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Snow and freezing drizzle. We'll get into the warnings and also details of the Christmas system. It's going to be an active one, and it's going to bring a big mix of some active weather. Now, for today, it's all about the calm. High pressures in play for eastern Canada, and we're not really seeing too much in the way of active weather. We are seeing some light flurries north of Superior, but overall, that's pretty much it this morning. As we look at some of the temperatures, yeah, it's a lot cooler out in the Atlantic provinces. You'll see a peak of some sunshine throughout the day today, but active weather, none in the forecast. We may see a few light flurries throughout New Brunswick, Nova Scotia. Not even enough to really be picked up on the radar, just very light in nature. Now, in terms of some of the temperatures, -4, -7. It's a lot cooler now, and again, with just some very light flurries. Now, let me show you what happened just as we see some crystallization in the air. What a sight, eh? Isn't it beautiful? Now, as we look at some of our temperatures throughout Quebec, -8s, -7s. It's going to be another chilly morning, warming up slightly closer to that zero mark into the afternoon. Now, in terms of some of the snow, we do have some freezing drizzle warnings up towards Kenora and Dryden. And then again, we're seeing just some light flurries northeast of Superior, and this will continue to track further to the north. For southern Ontario, overall, a very nice day today, but bracing for this. This is the first push of active weather that we will see. Throughout southern Ontario into southern Quebec, freezing drizzle warnings are in place. This is all going to be kicking up tomorrow, so we'll be breaking down this system throughout the hour. Now, well, a happy Monday to you. Yeah, December the 22nd. We've got a lot to talk about here on the Weather Network. So let's start off with your morning forecast. As you take a look at eastern Canada, everyone here is below the freezing mark. It's going to be a cool start to the morning, a mix of sun and cloud, though. And as we look off to the west, well, for the BC coast, you get a break in terms of the rain today, but bracing for a new storm incoming tonight. And then across the prairies, we are dealing with just a bit of snow. Now, don't go anywhere. More on the Christmas forecast coming up.
Rachel Schoutsen and Chris Murphy with you, and the stories we're following today.
Yeah, the Christmas storm that's looming. We'll be breaking down all of those details throughout the hour.
Yeah, timing the rain, the wind, and the snow. Who's going to get what?
And also the national temperatures. We're seeing some differences, so we'll be breaking down all of those.
There's a little disparity, I might say. All right, so let's start off showing you that, by the way, we'll call this the calm before the storm. There's freezing drizzle warnings this morning through northwestern areas of Ontario, but as we push this into motion, you're going to see a warm front coming in, and this is going to produce the risk of freezing rain tomorrow morning from Kingston right out to Quebec City. Rachel, particularly concerned could be Highway 20, Highway 40 into tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it looks like in Ontario, eastern Ontario, stretching to Quebec, that's where we're seeing that freezing mix. And as we can look here, Christmas Eve, the night. I know a lot of you will be traveling, getting to where you need to go for Christmas Day.
Yes.
And this is the mix of weather. Of course, this is rain in the green, mixing in the pink, and then snow further to the north. So we are bracing for some very active weather.
Yep.
And this is what it looks like on Christmas Day.
The wind is going to get a lot stronger. Look, this is going to be above seasonal temperatures. Even Labrador, your snow will change eventually over towards rain as well. So a bit of a messy mix. Now, on the back side of the low, Rachel, we're likely going to see Christmassy rain change back to some snow showers through the day.
Yeah, so it heightens the chance of maybe seeing a white Christmas. But first, let's take you to Charlottetown. We have a lot of people doing the last-minute Christmas shopping in those flurries.
I think so. I mean, part of us are probably thankful that, you know, we're not buried in snow to get our errands done, but at the same time, is it going to be a white Christmas for many parts of the Maritimes? Well, I'll tell you this much as we pump this through, and this is going to be a warm southerly wind. It really begins for you Christmas Eve. The heaviest rain, the strongest winds will be Christmas Day, and you notice I said rain, Rachel, not snow. So northern areas of New Brunswick, which is a big snowpack, make sure the snow drains, the storm drains are cleared out because there's going to be some melting.
Yeah, some very heavy rain possible. And then this is a look at temperatures right across the country. We can see above seasonal across the prairies. Now, don't go anywhere. It's the calm before the storm. It's the show. And Jacqueline, earlier I was talking with Doug.
Yeah.
And Doug made a really good point. This system that's coming into eastern Canada, it's going to make us feel more like Halloween than Christmas Eve.
It's so true. And, you know, a lot of people might be more for the snow, as I am. But, hey, it is what it is. It is going to be mild. And we'll talk more about that. Also, we have some really interesting video coming up from Hurricane Arthur.
Yes.
Which which will also remind you of what this storm is going to be because there's a lot of rain and wind. So some really interesting video nobody's seen yet.
Yeah,
so
a lot of the time we talk about trees toppling over, but this actually shows you. So stay with us throughout the show. Now, this has also been really grabbing our attention. Freezing rain warning up and down the St. Lawrence. So this is actually going to really come into play tomorrow morning when that system gives its first initial push.
That's right. You saw the models at the start of this segment. We spent so much time taking a look at those temperatures and what it's going to do, and that warm air is going to sort of ride over a lower level of cool air. That's how we get the freezing rain.
Yeah, so this is going to be an issue for travel. I know a lot of people have started their travel already. So if you are along the 401 out towards Brockville, that's a concern.
Sure.
And then, well, there
it is. Yeah, it's a big one, and there it is. A lot of Gulf moisture, a lot of rainfall, as you've been mentioning. And on the backside, even when it does turn cooler, not really a big snow story, even on the backside of the system.
Yeah, and as we look here, this is the different types of precipitation we will see with this. So much of us getting rain. Look how high that freezing line is in Quebec.
I think that Doug was saying last week it was going to rain as far north as James Bay. So a lot of warm air being pushed up to the north.
Yeah, and this is what it looks like on Christmas Day morning as you're waking up. So this could be an area of concern as that snow starts to move in, still seeing the mixing as well. So keeping an eye on that.
That's right. And of course, this is the travel time for not just Santa Claus, but Rudolph. And we're going to have a special science behind the weather that talks about how Rudolph lights his way through the sky and how Santa actually can get around the entire world.
Yeah, look, there they are.
There they are.
So these obviously are not Rudolph.
No
one has a red nose here, but how does he do it? So Chris St. Clair joined the show earlier this morning. He talked about how Rudolph does it and how Santa gets around the world.
It's interesting. Is it magic or is it science?
Yeah.
Right? We'll have those details.
Strength of Arthur.
No.
But winds will be extremely gusty throughout eastern Canada.
That's right. So we'll have all those details, and you saw some lightning in that video. Could we actually see thunderstorms with this one? Yeah, in areas like New York, that's possible. Alberta, will you get a white Christmas? I'll have those details for you. And BC rain passes the monthly average. Lots more. Stay with us.